Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted to welcome you on this Thursday, the 28th of October, here in the year 2021, America's Future Series Space Innovation Summit. We are delighted to welcome each and every one of you, wherever you might be in this great land that we all call home. Let me tell you a little something about what the America's Future Series is all about. For those of you that might be joining us for the first time, it's a cornerstone of our mission to help ensure America and its allies stay competitive with and outpace our near peers in technologies vital to our national security. And that has never been more important than certainly it is today. To that end, we connect small and mid-sized agile solutions, providers with angel, VC, family office, private equity, military, DoD, and prime defense contractor leadership. We also strive to connect senior military and DoD leaders to foster collaboration. Now, the America's Future Series National Security Dual Use Technology Summit features incredible panels of national leaders providing valuable information on how to innovate faster, connect to the right people, access resources, survive the valley of death, as well as answer questions many have about doing business with the government, the defense industry, and securing capital. Ultimately, this event is all about putting capabilities into the hands of our firefighters and first responders faster. Now, the gentleman that had this idea to put this all together over a decade ago is a gentleman by the name of David Hamilton. He is the founder and CEO of the America's Future Series. He is a serial entrepreneur, strategist, consultant, economist, philanthropist, and advocate for our military and their families. The America's Future Series mission is to help make America strong, more noble, and more generous nation. Now, as for AFS, it's a nonpartisan speaker series, which has raised over $6.5 million in donations and proceeds for worthy causes. They have facilitated strategic introductions, fostered partnerships, challenged the status quo, and helped move that needle in ensuring that the United States and its allies remain the most powerful political, economic, and military powers in the entire world. As I said, for over a decade, specifically 11 years now, the America's Future Series has brought together some of the most respected national and, for that matter, international leaders to discuss strategies, policies, and approaches to improve U.S. global competitiveness and national security. Innovation, collaboration, and overcoming barriers are central to these discussions literally every single day. And as I mentioned, the founder and CEO of the America's Future Series, a gentleman by the name of David Hamilton. To my right, did I get all that right, sir?
Well done, sir.
The longest introduction you've ever had,
absolutely
right?
is the longest, and I appreciate that.
Well, what do we have today? What lies ahead today?
So, this is all about space. This is our Space Innovation Summit. We have a great lineup of leaders talking about innovation, collaboration, et cetera. And of course, how do we stay ahead of our near peers? How does America stay at the forefront along with its allies? And particularly, one, thankful for you for all the work that you do with us, over the years, et cetera. You've been a staunch supporter. And I also want to thank Lieutenant General Harry Radagi, who's the host of our event today.
Absolutely.
And our main sponsor, JD Enright and TMGcore. So love for you to introduce them. But this is all about space, how to connect, how to be involved, how to do business, and how to support America in its efforts to stay at the forefront.
Absolutely. Well, as I said, he is the founder and the CEO of America's Future Series, David Hamilton. My name is Scott Murray, and I'd like to introduce to you Lieutenant General Harry Radagi. The Lieutenant General is the Chief Executive Officer of the National Cybersecurity Center, a national-level nonprofit organization that provides collaborative cybersecurity knowledge and services to the United States. General Radagi is also a senior counselor with the Cohen Group, a former director of the Defense Information Systems Agency, and manager of the National Communication System. Now, throughout his incredible career, he has worked at executive levels in communications, command and control, emergency preparedness, cyberspace and cybersecurity, continuity of government, and in satellite, space, information, and network operations. To say he's a busy man, and certainly has been, we're delighted and most honored to honor and welcome Lieutenant General Harry Radagi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you very much for that warm welcome. I'll tell you, I am very excited about this, and I'm ready for another exciting event with the America's Future Series. And of course, as David has mentioned, it's today all about space innovation. Frankly, that's one of the biggest topics on everyone's minds today, and it just seems to be growing. As a standard, frankly, for America's Future series, I'm looking over the agenda for today, and it's an all-star assembly of top speakers again. As I was looking it over just a few moments ago, I was really pleasantly surprised at all the top-rated speakers. We've got 11 CEOs, presidents, founders, and board chairs that are participating in this today, and all of the others are C-suite members and senior executives. So top speakers is the hallmark of America's Future series of outstanding events. And of course, let me just say, we have CEO and co-founder of Murray Media, Scott Murray himself, to present our speakers and their messages in superior fashion, as always is done. So thank you very much. I look forward to spending the day with you. David, thanks for putting all this together, and to Michelle Pearson, who does the behind-the-scenes work and all. And Scott, again, thank you for this magnificent way of presenting our speakers. And I look forward also to working and hearing the words with JD Enright today and all he has to say. Back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Well, that's quite a lineup we've got. Quite a day.
Mhm.
Certainly hope people will stick around and listen to all the. This is the one thing, David. When you first, got in touch with me years ago, when I learned what the America's Future series was, I went, wow. And then the way I've seen being involved with these since then, it's amazing, some of the people and some of the information that they share. I mean, it's above and beyond. It's certainly stuff that I didn't know about, but it's most incredible. So I'm most excited about what lies ahead today.
Appreciate you saying that. And it's because of the support of Lieutenant General Harry Radagi and others who serve on our board of advisors. His name, gravitas, his connections, support have enabled us to get a number of really great people to come over the years. And it's really been this team that serves on our advisory board who are very well respected, trusted leaders, both in the military, DOD, the government, research institutions, et cetera.
Right.
And because of them, we've got, great leaders who are at the tip of the spear technologically, who believe in giving back and moving that forward, like JD Enright and TMGcore, which is, really one of the leading companies in high performance computing, the kind of technological edge that we have to have. You can't do machine learning, you can't do AI, you can't do all of these other things if you can't have the power behind that. And so, JD, I want to say thank you very much for being part of this, et cetera, for speaking and interviewing people, et cetera, for being central to all of this. I want to thank you both. Wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for leadership from the likes of the two of you.
Great to be here. Thank you very much. This is the second time for me on America's Future series. General, just fantastic conversation before the event started. Thank you for sharing. Today is going to be no different. It's going to be exciting. I mimic General Harry's his comments about how exciting the day is, full of extraordinary people. I'll be talking with Preston Dunlap, who's the Chief Architect of the Department of the Air Force and Space Force, then following up with the CEO of Virgin Orbit, so Dan Hart, and then also with Tori Bruno, who's the CEO of United Launch Alliance today. I had the chance to speak with them all prior to today in preparation, and wow, extraordinary people doing extraordinary things for this country. In many ways, not only from national defense perspective, but also from the commercialization, creating jobs and innovation. So I'm extremely honored to be here on behalf of all of us at TMGcore. We're proud to be a co-sponsor here along with the other sponsors. So thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And of course, you're being modest. You are TMGcore is our title sponsor and has been not only for this event, the one we most recently had on October 28th, and on our National Security Summit, which is coming up on November 10th, with General Petraeus and Admiral Mullen, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Secretary Bob Gates, General Raymond of the Space Force, Lieutenant General Armano of the Space Force, just a star-studded cast, and it's all because of the support of people like JD and the General and all the others on our team. And please make sure you're signed up for that. I think it's probably even the same Zoom link, but I hope that everyone will come, tell your friends. And today, as you're here, if you're finding something interesting, et cetera, please let your friends know. We can still register them and have them gain access to this, et cetera. And if you know someone that you think would be a good speaker for us, we're always looking. This is a very inclusive organization. We're looking for more people, especially people of diversity. We're looking for more and more people to speak. So if you've got a recommendation on that, please contact me, David Hamilton, or Michelle Pearson with the America's Future Series. This thing continues to grow and evolve, and it's because of the support of all of the good-hearted people who share the values, et cetera, and the concern to ensure that America remains the strongest military, political, and economic power in the world.
Well, let me, on behalf of the General and JD and everybody else that's going to be involved with this today, thank you for having this vision. This has become your legacy over the last 11 years. It really has. And I don't mean to puff a smoke and all that good stuff, but I mean, really, had you not had this vision 11 years ago to say, you know what, I'm going to create a little something called America's Future Series, and here's what we're going to do, and this is what we hope to, be able to be a part of in the future. And it's amazing what it's turned into. So
the vision was to get people smarter than me to talk about important things. That's the basic vision.
All right.
And just give them a chance to shine. So that's what we do here, and more the merrier. And speaking of which, I think JD, I think it'd be great if we could. We have a little video, this imagined video, which I think might spark some people's interest, et cetera.
And JD was already wonderful in what he shared with us, but I've got a little something here that we might want to share with our audience about who JD is. I mean, he was very kind and what he did, but I mean, we want to make sure that we give the the correct introduction here, JD. What we gave the good General. JD Enright, as David has said a couple of times already, is the CEO of TMG, dedicated business professional, has nearly 30 years of experience with working with multinational private and public sector organizations to execute strategic growth initiatives in emerging markets and technologies. And he has certainly specialized leadership in developing next generation HPC platforms, global blockchain strategies, biotechnology, viral cell and gene therapies, and market intelligence assimilation. So like the good General, he also is a very, very busy man. So we thank you for being a part of this, JD.
Don't do anything. They just kind of lay around all day. Right?
No, I can tell.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you, JD, and et cetera. And by the way, you're a local success story here in Dallas, Texas, in Plano. Facilities here. So we're very proud to have you here as a corporate partner and neighbor. Growing
Absolutely.
Jobs, and they're growing rapidly.
For sure.
So be on the lookout.
sure.
If you're looking for an opportunity, TMGcore is the place.
More to come.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you both, gentlemen. And if it's all right, we're just going to go ahead and show the video, and then we're going to go into that conversation with you and Tori Bruno next.
Sounds good.
Imagine a world where the most advanced high-performance computing technology is at your fingertips. A world where everyone has access to the best healthcare without leaving their living room. Where a city is intelligently connected and where artificial intelligence is democratized. Envision a world where national defense, intelligence, and disaster relief efforts save more lives via real-time situational awareness. Where discovery and utilization of natural resources is more efficient and all students around the world have access to unlimited resources and next-generation technology. Imagine a world with zero latency, a world that leverages distributed networks and thrives on edge computing. These things are contingent upon accessing, accumulating, processing, and storing tremendous amounts of data that must be interpreted as fast as possible.
However, technologies aren't as advanced as they could be because optimal performance is hindered by current cooling solutions. Have you ever experienced dropped phone calls, a lag in your Maps application causing you to miss your exit, or a transaction not going through?
Currently, these technologies rely on air to be cooled, which has proven to be inefficient due to the thermodynamics of air as a heat rejection vehicle. In some cases, air is not even capable of cooling today's processors, let alone future processors. Additionally, the reliance on air cooling requires more space, more power, more real estate, and ultimately more resources.
Technology innovation has pushed air-cooled computing to its limit, effectively stalling Moore's law, which states computing power doubles every 18 to 24 months. This in turn has prevented many technologies from thriving. Think self-driving cars, smart cities, instantaneous financial transactions, facial recognition, AI, machine learning, and real-time imaging.
TMGcore is dedicated to focusing on the art of the possible, reinvigorating Moore's law and delivering solutions that evolve current technologies, ushering in future innovations to enable everyone, everywhere.
Two-phase liquid immersion computing is the latest evolution of thermal solution technologies. In this passive method, processors are immersed in dielectric fluid, which acts as a heat rejection vehicle. Due to its superior thermodynamic properties over air, two-phase liquid immersion computing increases density, thus allowing better processor performance and enabling technologies to advance.
Using this process, we have developed fully integrated solutions for extreme computing densities. Our platforms feature state-of-the-art hardware and software solutions allowing for global deployments to be remotely managed and operated, including configurations featuring lights-out autonomous robotic operations, which ultimately reduces resources needed.
Our award-winning collaboration with chip manufacturers and OEM server providers are evolving current technologies and creating new processors to enable future computing. In our cutting-edge lab, we also work with leading fluid manufacturers to push the limits of current offerings and develop more advanced solutions.
TMGcore is committed to bringing the future forward and evolving today's technology into tomorrow. A world where the most advanced high-performance computing technology is at your fingertips. Are you auto ready?
Well, Scott, that's an incredibly interesting video.
It really is.
Yeah, and they're right at the cutting edge, et cetera. You know, and I saw that they were able to take an entire data center that normally takes up a football field and put it on a truck. So that's where we're going. I guess maybe they'll put it in your pocket eventually, right?
Wouldn't that be something, huh?
Have a entire data center. So anyway, that was.